Bonjour à toutes et à tous, ici Youenn pour vous présenter ce podcast où on parle sport, voyage, études et développement personnel, bien souvent accompagné d'invités inspirants. Envie de partir à l'aventure, de sortir de ta zone de confort ou tout simplement de trouver l'élan et la motivation nécessaires pour faire avancer tes projets, eh bien tu es tombé au bon endroit. Allez, reste avec nous, ça commence de suite. Avant de lancer l'épisode du jour, je tiens à vous préciser qu'il sera, comme indiqué dans le titre, intégralement en anglais. Allez, c'est parti. Pour ce nouvel épisode, j'ai le plaisir d'accueillir Bilal, un indonésien que j'ai rencontré durant mon échange universitaire ici à Bandung, en Indonésie. Passionné de sport, de voyage et de journalisme, je ne pouvais pas repartir en France sans l'inviter sur le podcast. For this new episode, I have the huge pleasure to welcome Bilal, an Indonesian guy I've met during my exchange program here in Bandung in Indonesia. Passionate about sport, travel and journalism, I could not go back to France without having him on the podcast. Welcome Bilal, how are you?
Thank you so much, Youenn. I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm very good. Thank you. Thank you for accepting my propositions to participate to this episode. So I introduce you like a bit. Could you tell me more about yourself?
Okay, I'm gonna introduce myself, and I'm gonna introduce myself a little bit in French because I speak French a bit. Bonsoir, je m'appelle Bilal, je travaille comme journaliste. Je suis Indonesian, right? Indonesian, right? Because I'm a male, right?
Yeah.
Indonesian, and that's all I got, I think.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough.
My name is Bilal. I'm 25 years old. I met Youenn, like Youenn said, in basketball game, and we become friends after that because Youenn had the same interest and passion, just like me. Sports, basketball, football, voyage, traveling, and journalism, obviously, because I study journalism at university and I work as a journalist for 3 years since I started working. That's a short introduction about me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good enough. Thanks for the introduction. So, for which media you are working here in Indonesia?
Okay, I'm working here at Radio Republik Indonesia. It was like an equivalent to BBC in United Kingdom.
Okay, I see.
BBC or ABC in Australia.
Okay.
Or NHK in Japan or KBS in Korea. It was like owned by the government, so I work as a journalist for the government, let's say, just like that.
Okay, like what are the main topics you are covering for this media?
Okay, since Bandung is not the capital city of Indonesia, I cover a lot of topics, and it's not limited to one topic like just sports. I cover a lot like politics, sports, environment, everything, because the main office was in Jakarta, the capital city, and every time the Jakarta office need a news from here, I'll cover it for them. So I'm a versatile guy in journalism.
Yeah,
I can do everything.
Since how long you're a journalist officially?
Okay, officially I'm started working when I'm still studying at university at 19 years old. So it's been 6 years.
Okay, already.
Yeah, obviously it's been 6 years. But before I work now here, I work on Bandung football, and the topic I cover there was only football, sport, especially football.
Yeah. So maybe we will talk about that after. But I think we are the same passion. It's sport and not.
It's very obvious.
Yeah, notably football. So since when you show interest with journalism? Like at what age you say, okay, I really love journalism and I want that to become my work?
Okay, that was a good question because I think I was started to decide to dig deep on this field, on this journalism at high school, first grade. It was 15 years old, I think. 15 years old at that time.
Okay.
15 years old. I really loved doing photography before, and I was looking how to make money from photography, and that's where I met photojournalism. And during my high school year, I tried to compete in one of a student competition. It's called International Animal Photo Competition by Taman Safari Indonesia. Taman Safari Indonesia is like a zoo, a big zoo in Indonesia, and I won a second place there. And on that time I was like, okay, I think this is the field that I should learn and I should do the rest of my life. And I started to pick a major in university, and I picked journalism. I studied for 5 years, and I never regret it until now because I really love to do this job.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. And like, what do you like the most today in your job? What do you like the most?
I think the working hours is flexible, obviously.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
people are working on 8 to 5, 7 to 3, or 9 to 5, you know. But me, I can work like at night, at the morning, started at afternoon, finish at night, or started at night, finish at the morning. But that was also the weakness of this job, because sometimes you need to work on national holiday, on Saturday or Sunday. But that was fun because, you know, it's more flexible working hour, and I don't have to go to the office, you know,
Yeah.
wearing suit and tie. I can work with t-shirt. I think
Yeah, I get it,
that
yeah.
was one of a goofy reason
Yeah.
why I'm doing this. But that was the thing that not everyone can enjoy it if you are being a journalist.
And one thing is good is like it's your passion, and you
Yes.
can live
And
from your
Yes,
passion, so that's
yes.
cool.
And also one more thing, you were knowing more things than others, you know, or you can know something first before public or other people know.
Yeah. And one other thing that is cool is like you're a football fan, and like how does it feel, you know, sometimes to cover like, you know, like football games, and notably like, you know, the champions title of the club of Bandung.
Yeah,
How
club
does
of
it feel, you know, like you go into the stadium like with your camera, and like you're covering like, you know, like the champions title of the football club of the city, and we all know that the football in Bandung is very important. Like, how does it feel?
Yeah, the club in Bandung. Yeah, we should talk about that.
Yeah. Maybe
later.
we can introduce a bit
Yeah,
like the
okay,
football
yeah.
history in Bandung.
Okay, football story in Bandung. Okay, Indonesia is not really well known for the football. But we here do love football a lot. I mean, Yoon can see.
Yeah,
he
totally.
spent 6 months here, and he become the fans of Persib Bandung.
Boboto.
Persib Bandung is a local club here in Bandung. Persib is one of the biggest club. It was like, I think it was like Manchester United in England, but yeah, Manchester United is playing bad right now, but Persib is good. But in, you know, in popularity, in passion from the fans, I think Persib is the greatest club here. It was long history, born on 1933, almost 100 years, and won a lot of championship Indonesian league, and they just won back-to-back champion on 2024 and 2025. And Persib is supported by the whole city, and it's not just the whole city, it's supported by the whole province. Province is just like state in US, you know.
Yeah, totally.
West Java, like that. So that's why people are really loving this club, and it was, you know, heritage from their parents.
Yeah.
When their parents love this club, they will invite their kids, their boys, to come to the game with them, and it keeps become a cycle like that. So that's why Persib never lose the fans from time to time. And back to your question about me being a football fans, being a fans of this club of my city, Persib Bandung, and now I become a journalist, had to cover the game behind the goal with my camera. I'll take back to my first time I covered the game. It was 2018. I'm still 19 years old that time, and that was the greatest feeling I ever had at that time, because, you know, oh my god, I used to stand on the tribune, you know, and at that time I stand behind the goal and really close to the player. I heard them chatting, I heard what they said, I heard what they talk with the referee.
You are one of them.
Yeah, in front of my eyes, you know, exactly like that. And until now, I still feel proud whenever I go to the game and cover the Persib game behind the goal, because, you know, I never imagined that before when I was still in high school watching the Persib game on the tribune, and now I can be part of them, making news cover for them, and be a witness, like really close witness for this history back-to-back champions. You know?
I think it's like compared to France, there is one difference. I think it's like people here in Indonesia, there is this pride of football, and people are supporting their local teams.
Yes.
Like people from Bandung, they support, like from all the province, they support Bandung.
Yes.
In Jakarta, they will support Jakarta.
Yeah.
I think in France it's a bit complicated right now, and a lot of people start to say it's like a lot of people, even if like every cities in France, they will support Marseille, Paris. Even if they live like 500 kilometers from Paris, they will say, "Oh, I'm from Paris, I'm from Marseille," and it's the problem because like a lot of people don't support their local clubs. So what I'm doing with Bordeaux, like even though we are like in 4th division, I'm supporting Bordeaux, but I didn't choose to support Bordeaux, like not for their history, just because I was born in Bordeaux. For me, it's just normal choice to support Bordeaux because it's where I'm born and it's like this. So it's very the big difference I think with France, because in Indonesia, if you're born in Bandung,
then
you
I will
support
be
Persib Bandung.
automatically support Persib
Exactly,
Bandung.
it's like a family stuff.
Yeah, there was interesting takes. Interesting takes, and yes, I'm agree with you. Here in Indonesia, wherever you're born, you will support the local club that you live there. I mean, I think we had to quote Eric Cantona. You know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, you know, Eric Cantona said, "You can change your political, you can change your religion, you can change your wife, you can change everything, but you will never change your football club that you support."
Yeah, exactly.
It goes same here. Like Persib is playing good right now. They had good performance. They got back-to-back champions, but 10 years ago they were really struggling, and people here are giving the same love like now when they are doing good. So yeah,
that's important.
That was the unique thing.
Yeah. So hopefully you were not born in Jakarta.
No, I'm born here. I'm born and raised here.
Yeah. And like to stay on football, like before, because you're passionate about football, then before becoming journalist, like did you have like some ambition, maybe like like to play football, maybe at a good level?
Yes. Yeah, obviously.
We all have this dream before.
You know, like people on the internet saying men cannot even, and one of them is realizing that you're not going to professional. Like, I was grinding to become a professional football player, playing for Persib, playing for Indonesia national team. But when I'm going to high school, I start to realize I think I cannot make it realistically, because of it's really competitive to play for professional football. Like every boy want it. Every city want it. So I had to change it, but luckily I still close to my dream when I was a kid, right? But I'm quite good when I'm playing football as a kid. I made it to the Persib Academy.
That's crazy.
I was 14 years old. I play with Beckham Putra.
You have to precise.
Beckham Putra is a Persib player. He's a local born. He's coming from Bandung just like me. His name is Beckham because his parents hoping him to become a really good player, and now he's proving it. He got 2 champions, and yesterday he played on World Cup qualifier against Japan, and he caught attention from Japan's media, because he plays very good despite Indonesia lost 6-0 to Japan.
Because in Bandung, I think people like they're supporting Persib Bandung, but of course like, outside they're mainly supporting Manchester United. I see a lot of Manchester United supporters. Sometimes say okay, Semangat, like because it's not like the best years to support them.
It's not just the best year, it's not the best decade,
It's
the worst
so it's why like Beckham, because they are very fans of Manchester United here.
I think we can talk about which international club that Indonesia support, because there was unique things to talk, Like you said, you meet a lot of Manchester United fans, you meet a lot of Barcelona fans, you meet a lot of Real Madrid fans. So basically here, when we were a kid, we obviously, like we talked before, we support our local club, but we also had another club that we love. That was international club, you're like playing in Europe in La Liga or Premier League or Serie A, but it still depends on the popularity of that club and the league at that time. So if I make an example, on my parents' generation, who was born on 60, 70 or 80, they usually support a Serie A team like AC Milan, Juventus.
Back in the time,
yes,
it was crazy.
Inter Milan, Napoli, You know, when Serie A was the greatest
Yeah.
league, football league at that time.
I get it, yeah.
And through my generation, who was born on 90 or early 2000, they were supporting Premier League clubs like Manchester United. Obviously, at that time was really good with David Beckham. At the 92 class, the other players, and Cristiano Ronaldo influenced a lot of kids to support Manchester United. And after that, a younger generation close to me was supporting either Barcelona or Real Madrid,
Yeah.
because you know, prime El Clasico, who can
Yeah,
beat
like
that?
even like with Messi, Ronaldo, the Ballon d'Or,
Yeah.
like for I don't know how many years, like it was 1 year Ronaldo, 1 year Messi, 1 year Ronaldo.
Mm.
So I think it influenced a lot like the kids,
Yeah.
and I see a lot of like Barcelona, Madrid jersey,
Mhm.
and often people ask me when I was going out, oh, I have a important question, Barcelona or Real Madrid? Like they ask me the question often, of course Barcelona, but yeah, a lot are from Madrid too, so yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and also the younger generation, like a kid now, the Alpha generation, they support Manchester City obviously because Manchester City keep winning
Yeah,
the
they
Premier
can-
League.
They start to be good. Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, but like, people love football here. That's very crazy. Even me, I was surprised. I knew like people told me, like my friend Paul, who studied like in Bandung last year. We did a podcast together, and he told me like, yeah, football is very important. I was like, yeah, like I think like everywhere. But it really surprised me how football was important for
Here.
people.
Yes.
Like even you said like it's all province. I was like I was in Garut to hike like for a few days, so it was like 2 hours, 3 hours of road from Bandung, and even in the cities
you can sell
they were selling Persib jersey, and I had my Persib jersey was I was hiking like in a mountain in a volcano. I had my Persib jersey. People were screaming at me like, oh, Persib, joala Persib.
Obviously.
I was like that's crazy, and yeah, it surprised me a lot. I was like, yeah, everywhere like in the province,
Yeah.
people are fans of Persib, and when they see a boulet, so a boulet is like pour expliquer en français, un boulet c'est en gros les étrangers. When they see a boulet
Yeah.
with the Persib jersey, they are like, wow. they don't understand at the beginning.
Yes, that was unique things too, right?
Yeah, I think I'm very glad to have like experienced that.
Yeah, like what I said at the beginning, that the whole province support Persib. Like you can go to the everywhere in this province, West Java, and yeah, you can still saw people that love Persib with the same energy with people here in Bandung love
Yeah.
Persib. That was the things.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
One good player from France that who is very famous here is Mbappe. I think Mbappe is more famous than our president. Every time I said like coming from France, it's like, oh, Mbappe. Every time I was going to high school to do pictures, we were doing like the Mbappe celebration.
The Mbappe celebration,
Yeah,
right?
all the time. Even the teacher, they know that. I was like, wow. Even one teacher, one time, like he looked at me at the French week, he recognized me and he did Mbappe celebration. I was like, a teacher is like 50, 60 years old. Like he knows that I'm French, and the first thing he thinks is like Mbappe. So that's crazy, the influence of Mbappe. I think Mbappe, like people like more Mbappe in Indonesia than in France, because Mbappe in France is really criticized for like his behavior.
Yeah, for
And in
sure.
Indonesia they love him so much.
Yeah,
so
we don't care about that. We just know he's
yeah,
good.
because
you
he's
know?
good. Yeah, of course.
And yeah, Mbappe is popular here, but one more guy from French who's used to more
Me-
popular than
Zidane.
Mbappe. You know, yeah,
Of course.
Zidane
Yeah,
is
Zidane
really
the best.
popular here. A lot of people name their kids Zidane when Zidane won the World Cup and the Euro during 98 to 2000.
What a player.
I mean, a guy, Indonesian guy, age around 25 to 35. You can found a lot of people named Zidane.
Yeah, I saw that. Like for the anecdote, like one of my friend was like on dating app. And one time, like she told me, oh, you must see this profile. I see the profile. Like there was a guy. His name was Zidane. I was like, I don't care about how he's looking. Just match him. Like his name is Zidane.
His name is
That
Zidane.
was crazy. Yeah, after I learned that, a lot of people name their kids Zidane for that, and that's crazy to see the influence on only one person. Like, that's crazy. I don't even know if Zidane knows that.
I think
how he
think
impacted
Zidane,
people here.
I think Zidane didn't know how people really love him here.
Yeah, I think
Really-
if I meet
really
him one day,
influenced him. You should tell him.
I
you
will
should
tell him, of
you should
course.
tell him.
But yesterday it was his birthday, and I saw all the videos on Instagram like to celebrate Zidane. And for the anecdote, he was playing in my club in Bordeaux before. You see the video, he's like, wow. You just see, you don't say anything, you just look.
But do you want to know the reason? Despite he's won the World Cup, he's playing good. Is also Zidane is a representative of the Muslim, you know.
Exactly.
And people in Indonesia is you know, the Muslim country.
It's like 80% of Muslim people, I
yeah,
think.
it's this. We are Muslim country, and Zidane is really inspiring us because
course.
he's good at the field and he's a good Muslim. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, even
and,
out the field is good. Like he's doing a lot of things out of the field, and yeah. You told me that
And
last time.
in our culture, when you give a name to your kid, it was like a prayer and a hope that that name will represent your kid when he become an adult, you know, like the behavior.
Yeah,
so
okay.
when people name their kids as Zidane, they were hoping like their kids gonna grow up like Zidane, you know, in whatever field, not has to be the football player.
Yeah.
Like
I think Zidane is looking for a job. Maybe, you know, next year for PSV Bandung if they need a coach. Or a striker.
Oh, I think he doesn't have to be a coach. He still can play.
Yeah. Maybe.
He can wear number 10 or 5.
Yeah. I want to see Zidane in the derby, like PSV Bandung.
I want to see Zidane roulette, you know, Zidane roulette. You know?
Yeah. PSV Stadium. But I think like today the PSV Stadium is crazy. Every match, I think if Zidane starts to play for PSV, I think a lot of matches in the city. They have to create a bigger stadium. But yeah, football is very important here.
Yeah, it's really important.
So let's get back like just to journalism.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that sometimes like journalists can be a dangerous job, notably nowadays, like depending on where you're working and which events you are covering. We can see that in a lot of countries, even in France. As an Indonesian journalist, are you confronted to some difficulties when you are doing your job?
A dangerous thing, yeah. Obviously, several times, you know, when you cover a riot, there was several riot during my time working as a journalist, because Indonesia is I think I can say not stable right now. The country is not stable. A lot of people asking government how do I say it, like, you know, a lot of people questioning the government decision, and that's why make this situation that Indonesia being unstable. And there were several riot, and on the riot, when you cover a riot, sometimes you had to face the police are preventing you to taking pictures, to take a video, you know, and they were like doing some repressive things like shouting at us, or even doing some physical if we are refused to do what they ask. And I face it one time, but it's not that bad. It's just, you know, the police shouting at me, but that's still fine. But one of my friend got beaten up by the police, and that was quite bad.
It was in Bandung?
In Bandung. It was in Bandung. Because it was on May Day, you know, 1 May.
Yeah.
It was on Labor Day, on May Day, and there was some a bit chaotic accident, and the police are capturing a few guys, and the police are cutting their hair to bald, and my friend is take the picture of that, and the police are asking him to erase the picture, but he don't want to do it because he tell the police that was just the fact, and he wants to you know, there was
freedom of information.
the freedom of information. And also I believe he don't want to erase the picture because the picture is good, and if I were him, I would not do that, you know. I will not erase it. I'd rather get beaten up rather than deleting the picture.
Like one bad moment, but after you have a good picture.
You know. And he got beaten up, but it was processed to the court, and it was quite serious things. And you can Google the case. It was like 3-4 years ago.
Okay, but like the picture is still good.
And the picture is still good.
Okay, so okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
So I think like I heard one time, and I think it really surprised me. I knew before coming that like there is a new government. Like when like there was a election like last year.
There was the election.
And so I was okay. I heard that some people don't like the government, but for the police, like people told me several times, like a police is public enemy here.
It's a universal problem, I guess.
I was like, wow, public enemy. I know like in France, a lot of people don't like the police. But it's not like at that point. I think like when I say like police is public enemy, it surprised me a lot. And I see a lot of people when we speak about politics, they're like, no, we don't like the government. But like, everyone, I didn't meet a single person
who like police,
who told me I like police or I like the government. No one.
Yeah, I mean you yourself had experience when you were going to the police. to make a report when you lose
we
your
can
wallet.
speak about that after maybe.
Yeah, you can experience by yourself, and now maybe you can understand why you never met anyone who says, I like the police.
Yeah. So
Stuff like that. And back to the question about dangerous thing, beside the covering a riot scene, obviously Indonesia is a country with a lot of natural disaster, earthquakes, floods.
Yeah, of course.
What else? Volcano eruption. I never cover a really big natural disaster, but one time I covered a flood, and that was quite hectic. I had to jump to the float. When people evacuated from there, but I jumped in. I swim.
Wow.
Like, it was like on my legs. And that was the thing that I never imagined when I want to be a journalist. I never imagined that I had to swim on the float instead of evacuate myself.
That's crazy.
Just to get to the location. A lot of stuff like that. But I never have an experience to cover earthquake or volcano eruption. Oh, I had one time earthquake. I forgot. It was 2 years ago. It was quite big earthquake in Cianjur. Cianjur is 3-hour drive from Bandung, and it's not a dangerous for myself because the earthquake is already finished. But when you cover things like that, you will be in. Your emotion will.
Yeah.
You will feel everything. You will feel sad. You will feel terrified. You will feel the sympathy from the victims.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I think that was the hardest thing to do when you are doing a journalism, is when you are cover natural disaster or car accidents, stuff like that.
Yeah. There are a lot of good sides about journalism. I think it's a very beautiful job. I think, but yeah, sometimes as you say, like
sometimes I feel guilty when I had to ask people who just lost their family member, and I had to interview them. I had to ask the whatever they feel or their story when the earthquake or any other natural disaster happened. Sometimes
part.
I feel guilty doing that, but it's just
it's a job.
I had to do.
It's a job. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a interesting part. And so to change of topic, like since when you are fluent in English first, and how and when did you learn English? Like it was only at school, or like have you traveled?
Yeah, I think I'm not that fluent, but
you're fluent, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I think I'm quite good at speaking English, above average of Indonesian, because a lot of Indonesian cannot speak English well.
Yeah.
I start learn English obviously at school, just using the school books, school modules, But the things that really improved my English was games, movie, and music. I think that was classic answer, but it really helped me well because how do I say it? Because schools sometimes being bored. Sometimes people are being bored studying things.
Totally agree.
Right? But when you were playing a games with a story, long games with a story, an RPG game, role play game, or you watch a 2-hour movie and you listen to music for a long time in English, that was trained me right now that I can speak English like this. And I think I was not this confident to speak English before until I came to the university and I met several students from international students like you, just like you, exactly. And I start to challenge myself every time I meet aka quote unquote bule,
Yeah.
I will talk to them like, oh, where are you from, what you doing here, and that's why we become friends too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even for me, like it's why I want to meet people. It's why I'm traveling, to speak English, speak other languages.
Yeah, I really excited when I meet foreigners here, because there's no other time to train my English. Other than that. So I start speak English regularly at university at 18 years old, I think.
Okay. Yeah, but I think you're fluent.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, like in which I know that you're learning also French, and like in which ways is it important for you to speak other languages than your mother tongue? Like in which way is it important for you? Like, okay, it's good, like to learn more about people. But like, in which way is important for you?
I think it's important is you will learn more about other people, other culture, and you will become more. Let's say if you are an adult, you speak more than one language, and you are jumping to the job market. It will be useful to other people, and I think that was just nice when you break the language barrier of something. You will meet a lot of new people. You can have a lot more connection. You can have a lot of things to understand, and that's what the beautiful thing to learn other language. That's why I learned French too. Even though I forgot how to speak it now, I just know several words on French.
Yeah. But I think you have you have an anecdote about like you are supposed to study in France.
Yeah,
maybe you can talk a bit about that.
We forgot to talk about that. So it was on my third year as a university student. I used to have an exchange on journalism on French, and it's on 2020. We all know what's gonna happen next time, 2020.
Yeah.
The whole world know it.
Yeah.
So I started learn French on February. February 2020 until May 2020, and that's where the world are going to lockdown and stop. So my exchange was cancelled, and when the world is back on normal, I graduated already, so I never do that exchange.
Yeah, it was supposed to be in Marseille, right?
It was supposed to be in Marseille.
Okay, yeah. You will have learned the Marseille accent.
Yeah, I really love Marseille. Beside the things I really love about French culture. Then I love the French history. I love the French football, everything. And Marseille is one of my favorite city in French because the one of the book that I read and I really love until now is Monte Cristo.
Le Comte de Monte Cristo.
Le Comte de Monte Cristo, Edmond Dantes.
Yeah.
And that's why when people are going to France and you should go to Paris, no, I will go to Marseille.
Yeah. I don't know a lot Marseille, but if I have to recommend you, like between Paris and Marseille, okay, Paris is good, it's the capital, it's like me in Indonesia, of course. I've been to Jakarta because it's the capital city, but I would not recommend you to go to Paris. I think 3 days in Paris, that's enough. You have to discover more French.
Yeah. I think that was our similarity. You were the French people who had your capital, and I was Indonesian people who hate my capital. It's just
I think it's like this in a lot of countries. Like when you talk about the capital city, they say I don't like the capital.
Yeah, it was too busy. It was too. I just don't like
I mean, like Paris for me is still like one of the most beautiful city in the world. But okay, it's beautiful. But okay, 3 days there, I think it's done. Like no, I don't like Paris. I like it. It's beautiful, but and Jakarta, I don't like it at all. It's too hot. Too hot. But so that's sad. But maybe another time you will be able to go to France. I hope so.
Obviously before I turned 30, I had to go to France if for whatever, for traveling or for studying. Hopefully in the future I got that.
That will be nice. Yeah. I remember like the first time the second time we met. We met at a basketball game. Then we met in a coffee in the Cara Coffee where I'm going every day now.
It's become your best camp right now.
Yeah, exactly. And we start talking like about French football. I was like, like a lot of people know about French football, but you really surprised me because we're talking about like players, clubs, like no one in Indonesia know them. Like we talk about like Saint-Etienne, Montpellier, like Montpellier when they won the championship. I think it was like in 2012.
Yeah.
Like
it was Olivier Giroud time.
Yeah, exactly. Right? We talk about some players. I was like, I think for me it was only French people who know that, or like very very like football fans. So you're a football fan.
Certified football fan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know well French football. So that's cool. Yeah, we talked about Serie A, Liga, and I know that Ligue 1 in France is famous. It starts to be better now, notably like thanks to Paris, because they won the Champions League. Yeah. But like it's not like like the best championship. Like I think last year we were still like behind. After like the Eredivisie in Netherlands, so Eredivisie were better than us So yeah, League One, like hopefully it will be better now.
Yeah, hopefully it will be better now, and
Because,
since Paris won Champions League, I hope the other clubs are upgrading their stuff to become more competitive league. And I think in popularity, if other clubs than Paris doing that, I think it can beat Bundesliga and Serie A, I think in the next 5 years, I guess.
Let's hope so.
Yes,
I hope so. I hope like Bordeaux will go in League One in a few years. I hope when you go back to France, I hope you will be able to come with me, see a game.
Yeah, and I hope Bordeaux are promoted to Ligue 1 when I come there, so I can feel the Ligue 1 atmosphere. Just like the way you feel the perceived here.
Yeah. The atmosphere is very different, and even me, I was very surprised. Like I went to a game to stay on football, like Timnas Nasional. So I went to see a game in Jakarta, like it was Indonesia against China, where they won 1-0. I've never seen an atmosphere like this.
Yeah.
I think I did a lot of stadiums. The two best atmosphere, I think, is like the three best. Is like Persib, Indonesian national team, and Athletic Bilbao in Spain. But like the sound, the atmosphere, the people. Like 2 hours before the game, the stadium was full. It was crazy. I was like, the stadium was shaking. The first time I saw that in my life, the stadium was shaking.
Right?
I was like, wow. But I was a bit scared to be honest. Like it's Indonesia, you never know, like the stadium. So it was funny, but wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. The atmosphere, it really surprised me. And like compared to the level, because like in France the atmosphere is very good. Well, it's a very good level. In Indonesia, even for Persib, maybe we can compare it like to the 3rd or 4th division in France. But the atmosphere, it's like if it's Champions League.
Yeah, like I said before, people in Indonesia are really going crazy for football. Even though Indonesia is not known for their football in this world, we never made to the World Cup. Last time we made to the World Cup was 1938. At that time we still been colonized by the Dutch, so we go there with the name Hindia Belanda.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was like Indonesian Dutch,
Yeah.
And the people who play on that time is Indonesian, but they're representing Indonesian Dutch, Indonesian Dutch state.
So like if Indonesia is going like to the next World Cup in 2026, it will be like their first World Cup under the name Indonesia, like after the independence. I think, can you imagine if Indonesia are really going to the World Cup? I think people will really going to be crazy. Even when we were there, got beaten up by French for 10-0. It doesn't matter. We just made it to the World Cup. I think
matter.
We already talked about that, but we can compare it like to Panama.
We compare it to Panama on the 2018, right?
2018. Like I know, like they were losing 6-0 against England,
and they
scored one goal. It was like
cheering, right?
It was like the atmosphere like in the country and in the stadium, and even the players, like they were like together, like we scored a goal in the World Cup again, like England, and even they didn't win anything. England is such a big team, like Harry Kane, Sterling, that's crazy. So I hope Indonesia will make it, and
and going to the same group with France, that will be fun, right?
It will be nice, I think. It will be nice. But like I want to say something, because I saw a lot of things on social media about like the national Indonesian team, because there were a lot of Dutch, like the double nationality players,
naturalization players,
and I saw like notably a lot of Chinese TikToks and Instagram. They were saying, okay, we lost against Netherlands. Like, what do you think about that? Because I saw a lot of video about that. I was very surprised. Like a lot of people criticize like the fact that a lot of Dutch players playing for Indonesia, because they don't have the level to play like for the Dutch national team. Like what do you think about that?
Okay, this is really great question and great topics to talk. I mean, I'm not against naturalization or bringing a diaspora player from outside Indonesia, but I feel this time on this timeline, on this squad, national team squad Indonesia, I think there's too many players who were not a product from Indonesian football development. Like for example, Ole Romeni. Who else?
He scored the goal against China.
Jai Ises, Mes Hilgers, everyone. I mean, when you take a look at them, they were look just like a Dutch, but the government proved it that these people are having a heritage from here. I mean, like the grandmother or great grandmother, something like that. But it's still, I think there's too much. For example, like in the field, 11 player playing there, and I can normalize it if only like 5 Dutch player, but this time we are having like more Dutch player than the local players. And what make me sad is not about, oh, we are doing good with Dutch player, it's fine, but instead of focusing on fix the football development, youth football development here, we just choose the instant way, you know. I mean, that's fine to choose the instant way. There's nothing wrong to doing the naturalization of the player. But we should not forget to fix our youth football development, to fix our youth league. You know, here we don't have a youth league, right? Under 23, under 20, under 20, stuff like that. Under 15, the football academy, like football club here doesn't have the academy who are the kids are competing regularly, you know. And also we don't have the women's league here. I feel bad for women football player here. They were asking to the federation for the league, and I got a hot news too that the federation just naturalized female football player from Dutch again. I think five women from Dutch, stuff like that. I mean, back to the point. I mean, I have no problem on that, but we should focus too on our youth football development here instead of just choosing the instant way for using the Dutch player. Sometimes that Dutch player is too far to be connected to. I mean, the heritage is too far. For example, the goalkeeper Emil Audero, he's close because his father are Indonesian in Lombok and his mother is Italian. I mean, that's fine when he's playing here, but
it's very close.
But some people are just like I said before. It's our great grandfather or something. It was hard to trace, and sometimes I wonder how do these people on federation found it. You know?
That's crazy. Even sometimes in Europe teams, sometimes I'm like, wow. It's like, you know, like the uncle or the grandfather our origin in Italy. I'm like, but come on, at what moment? Stop. It doesn't have any origin from this country, so sometimes but that's an important topic. Yes, I think like during like they still talk about that, like in India. I know because like it's second largest country or maybe the largest country in the world. Like no one know a good Indian player, and that's crazy. But that's the reality.
Same just like goes here.
Exactly. It's like big countries, but like if I go to Europe, say okay, give me one Indonesian player. No one will be able. No, I am able to give one, but like no one will say any players because we don't know them. And it's what it's
exactly.
But like they are almost going to the World Cup, but at the World Cup, like you know, like some small team are going to the World Cup. We can say like a few players for Indonesia. It's right in Europe, no one know them, and that's a kind of sad. So I agree with you. Like you should focus on like you know develop Indonesian football at the local level, like. Create academy for young players, help them to reach maybe you know the European level and make like Indonesian players, the young one, play in European leagues because the European leagues they are the best and we should send them in Europe.
I mean just like the captain Jay is just, you know, he's playing in Serie A, but people will not look at him as an Indonesian. They will look at him as a Dutch, and I mean that's not wrong because his nationality is Indonesian, but he was born on Dutch. He was raised and playing football in a Dutch way, not like here in Indonesian way, and now he play for Indonesia. So that was the difference between him and Beckham, who born here, play here, develop himself on youth football development here, and become a national team player. That was the big difference on that.
After the perceived journey, maybe Beckham can join European clubs.
I think maybe not European club, but maybe some Asian club, you know, like in China, Japan or something. That will be good for him. And a fun fact that 30 years ago, Japan was worse than Indonesia in playing football. But they do develop their youth football development. They do develop the university league, school league, like that. They do develop the J League. And they are doing the same. They are naturalized the Brazilian guy, but not that much, just to give the experience, you know.
Of course.
Not just to change the entire squad, but just give the influence or something or experience, just like that. I think Indonesia should copy the Japan way to be on this Japan level.
And in Japan now, that's very good team.
Very good team. You can name more than 10 Japan player who recognized by the European, right?
No, they are very good.
Like 10 years ago, we just know Shinizuke Nakamura on Celtic, Keisuke Honda, Just two guy. But right now you can name Kaoru Mitoma,
And they are
Takefusa Kubo.
There are Sakai, who
Yeah,
was playing in
Sakai.
Marseille. Back in
Who
the
else?
time.
A lot. I mean, a lot. Like, there was a lot, right?
Yeah,
Minamino,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Takumi
yeah, yeah,
Minamino.
yeah.
There was a lot.
Yeah. Japan is a tough team now. We saw it like in
Yes.
the last competitions.
On the last World Cup, you know.
They are
yeah,
really
on
good
this one.
opponents now. I think for me it's the best Asian team right now. Like even South Korea. South Korea has a very strong team too. So yeah, so I hope Indonesia will make it for the next World Cup. It could be nice to see like an Indonesian playing. Even though they will be criticized for the Dutch player, we don't care. Like just
We don't care.
for the Indonesian people, I think you deserve it. You
Yeah,
love
for
football
now.
so much.
Yes.
You deserve like to play a World Cup maybe.
Oh, one of the heritage player that I quite disappointed that we don't got is the new guy who signed the contract with Manchester City. You know, Tijani Reinders. He played for Milan before.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, Tijani is playing for Milan. He played for Eredivisie before.
Yeah.
He moved to Milan last year, and now he signed the contract with Manchester City. He come from Ambon. Ambon is one of the part of Indonesia who had more dark skin.
Okay.
And Tijani is his face is really look like an Ambonese people, and
Okay.
that's why I was rooting like, oh please Tijani choose Indonesia, but he chose Dutch because he got called for the Euro League, you know, Nation League.
Yeah, nationally. Yeah,
He got called for the Nation League.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
Let me give you a look of Tijani.
Yeah,
I mean the listener cannot look, but you can agree with me that his face is really like an Ambon people. Look at him. This guy.
I don't know him.
He's Dutch. He's playing for Dutch now. He's playing for Dutch national team right now.
But like he was born in Indonesia.
No, he was born in
In
Dutch,
Netherlands?
but his mother is coming from here. Born
Okay.
here, moved there.
Yeah, okay, I see. And so we talked a lot about football, and so we already evoked like the perceive and like the fact you are covering perceive games. But like, what's your best memory in your entire journalist career, like so far?
And I had to think first. I think best memory, obviously, back to the football again. It was the back-to-back champions, but not this year, the last year, because the last year championship was I had to wait 10 years to feel that, you know, to feel the to the city become a champion again. And when the city become a champion again, I was there, you know, I was there, and I do the cover. That was the best memories. How the city going really crazy, and I cover that. That was the best memory. And one of the best memory in my entire journalism career, I think, it is really random, but I had a junior in my campus, in my university, and if you know, not a lot of people, young generation, choosing journalism as a job. And so this my junior, I met him. He was following me for some college tasks, you know, some assignment from the lecturer. And after that, he say in Bahasa Sunda, in Sundanese language, he say he was proud of me because he had a young senior who chose to do journalism after graduated from journalism major. That was like, I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It was stuff like that.
Okay, I see. Okay, interesting.
It was memorable.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So I think it was very, very interesting. We're arriving at the end of the episode, and to end my podcast, I like to ask the same question every time. It's like, what inspires you like every day? Like, what's your inspiration every day? Like, you can say like a book, a music, an author, a football player. Like, what's your daily inspiration?
I had several inspiration, but my daily inspiration, it was a book, a story about a Viking. It was a manga, you know, manga. It was Japanese comic called Finland Saga. The story is about Viking. It's based on true story, but the author is changed several things for a fiction stuff. The main character called Thorfinn, he was really good guy, and he really represented how to be a good guy, never exploded in anger, just being better every day, you know, just be kind to other people, and that's what inspired me to be. So I'm trying to be like him, like Thorfinn Karlsveni, and I really love that. And one thing, other thing, athlete. I think I'm not saying football player because I don't find any football player that I will take as a role model. But I found it on basketball player. You know Kobe Bryant.
Of course.
I will take him as the Mamba mentality of him.
Yeah.
That's inspire me. You know, just to become better every day. I think I just take a lot of things that goes to be better every day, like Thorfinn, Kobe Bryant. And other thing, the last thing is Kaizen. Kaizen is Japanese philosophy that you should be better every day, step by step, not that far, but just be a close better every day, but just a little bit better every day, and that's more than enough. You know?
Okay.
That's all.
Interesting, thank you. Like, repeat the name of the first book?
First book is Finland Saga.
Okay.
And the main character name is Thorfinn Karlsveni.
Okay, interesting. Thank you. It's the first time someone speaks about a manga. Thank you again, Bilal.
Thank you.
For
You
accepted
Thank you.
my invitation.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
It was a nice moment, very interesting. Voilà, c'est déjà la fin de cet épisode. N'hésitez pas à suivre le podcast sur votre plateforme d'écoute favorite et à y mettre 5 étoiles si l'épisode du jour vous a plu. Sur ce, je vous dis à la semaine prochaine pour un nouvel épisode. À bientôt.